Y'all go check out Jammer's wrestling collection. Has a lot of good stuff over there. He's a good dude. Check out his stuff. This is his thoughts on let's see, he had a new layout for his magazine. And this guy, this before even starting the video, he had me beat back then, and even if I was still collecting now, I probably had, if I kept all the magazines from the '90s up until the early 2000s, I might have had 2 crates of wrestling magazine. This dude has got shelves. I had WWE, a few WCW, the Wrestler or Inside Wrestling, and it was something called WOW. This big thick magazine. I've seen it a couple of times at the newsstand, but yeah, this guy had me beat about 10 times. He had some of everything back there. My collection was nowhere near that six. Like I said, the drugstore and the newsstand, they had 3 or 4 different magazines, but his collection is a beast.
So I got kind of bored yesterday, and I didn't like some things that I had set up here, so I kind of changed things around to fit all the magazines in one area in this room. I threw all the Inside Wrestling ones up here, the big ones, the big style of magazines that go to October of 1993. And then down here, of course, are the smaller ones still.
I started collecting in 92.
And then I got to put down here there goes the knees cracking. My new PWI style magazines, because they are very smaller. They're pretty much comic book style now. They fit perfect in that shelf.
They got small.
And then down here, I found out I could put 2 of the big style of magazines and the comic book style ones in the middle. They actually fit in between. So I was like, well, this might help me now with room here, because before I wasn't doing that. I had the gaps right in between the magazines, because I thought, well, what could go in between them? I didn't realize the comic book style ones can go in between. So this was a huge situation for me last night to figure this out. It spent me a few hours to change things around, but I did. So up here now is all the wrestlers from, what's my first one? I got October 1980 is the oldest one I have for right now, up until October of 93 up there. And then, of course, it goes into the comic book style. And then, of course, down here we have Sports Review Wrestling and Wrestle America. And I got to put the magazines in between there, too, thankfully. And down there is just some extra VHS and DVDs. Over here now, I did the PWIs are all up here, up top, from, was that 79 to, I believe, 94 I put on the top shelves. And then down here is 95 through 2000. But then down here is when it gets interesting. There goes that knee again. WCW magazines,
yeah, we know,
WWF magazines.
We know about that. I don't know how old this dude is, but we're getting older. The knees are gone and the back is gone. Okay, you can stretch that. You hear that crickety crack, and then the back, you got to turn left to right, and you hear that back crack. Ooh, boy. But he said he had magazines from '79. I don't know if he went and got some from eBay or how long this guy's been collecting, but damn. This dude's got shelves and shelves and shelves. He was collecting. Excuse me, he's collecting something serious.
Now, you may remember I had the WWF magazines bagged up and cardboarded. Well, I still got the bags and cardboards. They're over here. Right there. I took them out. Because I just didn't want them in it anymore. Okay, so if I keep collecting the WWF magazines, which I think I'm going to do, I've ran out of cardboard and bags. I have. I don't feel like going out and spending the ridiculous money to get that at a comic book shop or a hobby shop just to keep doing that. And I'd rather have them open like this so they're easier for me to grab and look at. right? I don't have to worry about trying to open up the plastic that's taped up. And even so, it wrecks the plastic. I mean, I don't know. Is there a better way to do that? I don't know. I always tape them because I don't know how else to keep the fold shut. So I tape them, and then you rip them open, and it wrecks the plastic. So I was like, nah, screw it. I'm doing this. Now this is interesting. So a buddy of mine last summer sold me some of his wrestling magazines, and there were some programs I got. One from '86. One from 91 and another one from 98. So here is the 91. It's from the London Gardens in London, Ontario. Now that is the arena where Greg the Hammer Valentine defeated Tito Santana to win the Intercontinental title. That was the arena. So if you've seen that match, it was
Power and
filmed
Glory.
at the London Gardens.
Heartfelt.
Many years ago. But look at this lineup. We have Warrior and Macho King. But Macho King is crossed out, so it says Sergeant Slaughter. It looks like Macho Man did not compete that night. The Sarge did instead with General Adnan. Oh, that's weird. Oh, so in Hacksaw Jim Duggan wrestled General Adnan instead. Wow.
Jake the Snake.
Duggan got screwed out of a title match at a house show. Jake the Snake Robertson, the model.
I remember that.
Foundation and
I remember that that feud and cut him off. I'm laughing because I remember I talked about this before when Jake got sprayed in the eye with that cologne or whatever that stuff was supposed to be that Martel had, and it had to look like he was blinded. I remember I felt so bad. I remember that. And my people said, leave that alone. That man ain't even thinking about you. You worried about that man's eye. I felt bad. He sprayed him right in his eye rough with. I hope Jake beat his ass. I was like, I didn't like that. I think the main event was like a blindfold match or something. But yeah, I felt bad. It's like that man don't even know who you is. Stop worrying. They said stop worrying about it. Like the man, he's like, you the eye. You worried about that man's eye. I was like, I felt bad. That was horrible.
Power and Glory went to a draw.
I couldn't stop thinking about that.
The Undertaker defeated Tugboat.
Undertaker.
Snuka.
The $1 Million Man.
Virgil defeated the $1 Million Man. Wow.
Yeah,
Bushwhackers beat Demolition.
Wow.
Coco Beware fought the Barbarian. Barbarian had a win there. It looks like Virgil also
That's the Brooklyn Brawler.
beat the Brooklyn Brawler as well.
Yeah, I remember both. I remember all that.
What a show.
Brooklyn.
Anyways, that's kind of neat though. And then of course the one from '98, August 1st was from the Sky Dome, which was of course where Warrior and Hogan fought at WrestleMania 6. I would love to know the attendance for this. I'm sure it wasn't 67,000 or whatever that was at WrestleMania 6. But we have Austin. He defeated Undertaker and Kane.
Wow.
And we have The Rock and Triple H. Looks like Hunter won by DQ. Shamrock and Owen in a submissions match. Outlaws over Henry and The Godfather. A no-holds-barred match with Mankind over Terry Funk. X-Pac defeating Jeff Jarrett. Taka Michinoku defeating Scott Too Hot Taylor in a light heavyweight
I
title
remember.
match.
Yeah, Scotty Taylor.
Tiger Ali Singh from Toronto. He's not really from India, like his father, Tiger Jeet Singh, would like to make them think. He defeated Too Cold Scorpio. Val Venus got a win over Kurgan with the Jackal, and of course the Jackal
That's the interrogator, that big dude.
And Edge from Toronto defeated Pierre from Quebec. That being, of course, Quebecer Pierre, Jean-Pierre Lafitte. So this was right around SummerSlam.
They be doing some weird stuff with the characters. And I'm not gonna lie, we be falling for it every time. Like they'll have a Canadian pretending to be Russian. I think it was Koloff and somebody else. I was like, yeah, we fell for it. So,
it's coming up, so before SummerSlam. Now, these things here are kind of cool. I don't plan on collecting these, I mean, I probably could, right? They're probably on eBay. But that just seems like a rabbit hole that I don't need to go down. It's cool that I have two of them, and I'd rather leave it at that. Unfortunately, you know what I wish I would have kept or have? I wish I would have had my the program sheets to the events that I went to. I went to the London Garden Show in November of '94, and I think I've said this before in a video, but it was the same
94.
night. So the same night that Diesel defeated Bob Backlund to win the title at Madison Square Garden.
I remember that. Yeah.
On that very Saturday,
8
I
minutes
was
or 8
watching
seconds.
Lex Luger defeat Tatanka at the London Gardens. That's the match I got.
94.
So the MSG fans get a title change. I get Luger and Tatanka. That I feel ripped off. And then I went to a Chatham, Ontario wrestling show in '96 where the main event was Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin for the championship. And that's the thing. I don't remember them having these, though. I'm pretty sure I would have been doing this. I would have been writing down who won the matches and such. And I don't remember doing that. So maybe I just didn't have them. Maybe I didn't get them. That's possible. Oh, wow. I remember I bought... I ended up buying Bret Hart.
You're talking about the program. I'm thinking of the programs. I remember they had the W program. They had a magazine version. I remember that, and they had something called WWF, and then WWF Spotlight. I think I only had one magazine to that years ago. That's probably been a long time. WWF Spotlight.
Sunglasses and a WWF tape of theme music to listen to. From the 1994 show, and I lost the Hitman shades and the tape.
Oh man.
Anyways, over here though, I just put the random magazines that I have that don't fit on the shelves too well or anything. So this is the new setup. I still kept the pictures up here and the action figures there.
Nice.
And same with over here. And I still kept the newsstand, as you can see. Again, this is from the December 95. So check it out if you want to see photos when I do those. It's always on my Facebook page, Jammers Wrestling Magazine Collection, or my Instagram page, which is Jammer90210. I
didn't know you had Instagram.
Followed both, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Had that.
I hope you're enjoying the photos I show, because I can't show photos on YouTube. It's just videos, right? Hence the YouTube. So yeah, this is what I'm going with now. I like it. I'm content with it for the time being, right? Because what's going to happen when I get more magazines, right? I need another shelf. What's going to happen? It's probably going to have to be moved or something. I got to figure something out when that time comes. But for right now, I'm good, and I'm happy with that. So with that being said, until I do my next one, I'll talk to you guys later.
I'm trying to remember what he said his thing was. He said Jammer 902. Okay, I found him. But yeah, man, this guy, he's got me beat 10 times over. Yeah, he was collecting serious. And the fig seal up. They're probably worth something, and still gonna be worth something, because he had a mix. I saw some of the 90s ones, and I saw some of the newer ones. Yeah, man, y'all go check out Jammers Collectibles, Jammers Wrestling Magazine. You know, he does like showed his game collection and video games and stuff too. But man, yeah, his collection is something serious. He had the bookshelves, rough with it, and he had the newsstand display. That was rough. Nice. So, go check him out.